Hello, good day, everyone. Actually, I would like to present again what I have presented yesterday, and this is a recording. No, as of today, I would like to share this to all of you. This is dedicated to all my friends and mga aking kilala na supposedly pupunta o attend. This is for you, mga nag-request kung pwedeng mabigyan sila ng slide deck copy. This is for you. No, so but before I actually start, no, I would like to thank, of course, yung Popsco core team, no, especially kay Miss Janet Tural, who actually and the team, General Manager Madam Chardine, of course, our President Miss Roche, no, and everyone in the board, no, sa salamat sa chance na binibigay niyo sa mga katulad namin, sa members, no, na i-share yung advocacy namin, no. So again, thank you sa inyong lahat, and I hope na maraming kaming ako pang matutulungan na mga members, current members, and of course yung mga future members na gustong sumali sa FOPSCO, no? Sana may matulungan natin sila. So, apat lang po na tanong yung aking magiging kandito, no? Represent natin dito. Para ito sa mga virtual assistant na gustong mag-upskill, yung mga virtual assistant na natamaan, nagkaroon sila ng redundancy at ngayon ay naghahanap ng trabaho. So there's a opportunity in the international trade, specific to the export and import industry, or sector na tinatawag. So if you are this person at practically looking for additional sideline or additional sector to serve, this is for you po. No? So unang-unang tanong is bakit natin i-consider yung export, no? Ano bang meron diyan sa export market na yan, no? Anong opportunities? Gaano kalaki ang opportunities na kung sakasakaling as a regular or a generalist VA ay gustong maging specialista sa international trade. So ito po yung sasagutin natin dito. Matututunan na ninyo ngayon. And then of course, syempre adding more value to business owners na export and import, wherein if you are a VA, you might probably want to study more, learn more about the international trade, the so-called import and export formalities, para magkaroon ka ng more value, no? And in this number two na question, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung mga ginagawa ng isang international trade VA para matulungan yung mga exporters. So, dyan po sa number two question na yan, sasagutin natin later, no? And then number three is, as a VA, ano ba yung opportunities, ano ba yung mga rules na nagbukas dahil sa AI automation? Ito po, i-explain natin sa inyo later, no? Kung ano yung mga dapat nyong matutunan na very specific rules, no? So marami po siya. I have also included mga salary range at saka syempre if you're going to do part-time, meron pa rin namang baseline salary na pwede mong i-ask doon sa future employer mo, either a foreigner ba to or a local business owner. It's up to you kasi as an international trade, buong mundo ay magiging kliyente mo. Ang buong mundo ay magiging partner mo. Okay? So, doon natin i-distribute or doon natin kukunin yung produkto, dadalhin sa Pilipinas or from Philippines, dadalhin natin sa kanilang bansa. Okay? So first, being a generalist ngayon, so paano mo i-accelerate, no, para maging international trade VA ka, masasagot natin dito sa number 4. If you have any questions, you can either chat it directly to me. So you can go to my Facebook. So later, ipapakita ko yung QR code so that you can send your comment, questions, and if you're interested on moving forward. No? So let me just introduce myself again. So yung mga nakakakilala na sa akin ay sawang-sawa ng malaman nila. You can actually call me Jempo. No? So I actually started a business, a solo founder, no? So GLSM ABC. Medyo mahaba yung pangalan, but basically it's a design and development po siya. So, it's a business consulting, and then we will start on mentoring if you wanted to do it yourself. But if you wanted to done with you, meaning to say, kasama kita, so pwede natin gawin po yun. No? So, ako po ay isang international trade mentor enabler, no? So, later ipapakita ko yung mga activities namin nung ginawa natin itong mga modules namin, no? Okay, so well, pretty much I'm a mentor, I would say, kasi fortunately for me, I was hired by Bridge for Billions then. Bridge for Billions is basically under Pioneer yon. So, it's an international company pa rin po siya. So, while ITC naman later i-expound natin yan. So, just in case lang po, I'll be posting this video sa aking YouTube. No? So, doon pa rin po nyo makikita siya. Okay? Now, so to tell you more about our ITC is basically a joint venture po kasi ng World Trade Organization at yung tinatawag nating United Nations Conference and Trade and Development po. So, they came out with an idea wherein what if we invite local MSMEs, Filipino MSMEs to actually know more about how are they going to trade internationally. So, kasama po dyan sa Digital Expert Enablement Program is to pretty much a very comprehensive training for our aspiring exporters po. No? So, that's done 3 years ago. So, magti 3 years na po yan. No? So, August 2024 at saka 25 yung actual na workshop. Okay, so yun po yung nangyari dyan. So after that, syempre sayang yung oras and I actually approached Philippine Export and through the help and endorsement of PhilExport Cavite chapter, we were able to roll out din po dito sa Cavite itong module na to na ginawa natin. No? So as part of that, syempre, there are some young entrepreneurs kasi na interesado rin na who jump immediately to entrepreneurial instead na pumunta sila sa tinatawag na employer-employee arrangement. So, immediately naging employer sila. So, marami po kaming naituro sa kanila. So that's Miguel. Dalawa lang po kaming nakapasa doon sa 50 na ni-recruit ng International Trade Center at that time. No? So, fortunately for me, I was selected as the kasama ni Miguel to to teach our MSMEs on what are the tools, no, kung paano gamitin yung mga tools nila. Okay, so first question ngayon, so why should we consider exporting in new market, no? So itong statistics na to is basically came from IMF, World Economic, as of April 2026. Mapapansin natin na yung emerging market really is a growing, no? So just imagine it's sharing around 5.5 year-on-year growth, no? So compared to the other area, which is yung Sub-Saharan Africa, Middle East and Central Asia, medyo pababa ng pababa, no? Unlike dito sa atin, yung emerging and developing Asia, which is pretty much kasama tayo dyan sa Philippines, okay? Now, so the question was actually asked if they're going to manufacturers, if they're going to change their organization. So the research revealed that actually 60% already have changed, no? Nag-remodel po sila. You have heard already na they have automated some of their line, no, production line, and then yung mga iba, of course, they are rethinking again, no, on how to implement AI as well, no. So maliban sa robotics, AI naman yung ginagawa nila. So they're now changing, no. So nung una sa production lane, ngayon nasa back end naman na sila ngayon on how they are going to automate everything plus automation, no, AI automation. So everything would be faster, more efficient, and of course, mas marami yung production nila. So this actually in 30 years time, so they have strategized. So more or less, if you were to look at it, is that if you are to jump on to AI automation and of course robotics, no, so to AGI. So more or less medyo secure ka for the next 30 years, no, for for doing the improvement of your business, no? So yung key area of your supply chain. The thing is that we are into the export, no? Yung topic natin. So mapapansin natin, Singapore is really a big chunk, no? Na binibigay niya ngayon, including Indonesia, Vietnam, and Malaysia. So unfortunately for for Philippines, mababa yung export. So last year, 84 billion lang yung na-export natin, no? Wala pa tayong 3-digit. Kasi hindi naman sa nakakaya, pero malakas kasi tayong mag-import. So kabaliktaran, no? So mga produkto ng ibang bansa, malakas tayong mag-import versus export, no? So isa sa mga, sabihin na nating gap ba yun? It really depends, no? So kung paano mo siya i-approach, no? Or paano mo siya titignan. Okay? So number one is basically mapapansin natin is si Vietnam. Nasa 406 billion po siya. So if you were to look at the overall year on year, two-digit na growth is mapapansin mo si Vietnam is nasa 17% at saka si Thailand nasa 12.9%. Last year kasi si 2024 si Indonesia nasa 2 digit siya. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Noong 2025 bumaba siya. So yung export niya bumaba. Okay? So at 8%. Okay, pero all of them are 3-digit revenue, no, ang kanilang na-generate. Okay, some of the key countries that I would say contributing much of our the ASEAN trade partners natin is really the two one, no, so si China at saka si US. So if you're thinking of exporting your product to China and US, it's a pretty much good market, no. So malaki yung demand talaga doon sa kanila. So again, 1/4 of our export is being represented by intra-ASEAN, no? So ayan, ibig sabihin nun, malakas talaga ang ASEAN mag-export. Okay? So the good news is that we are actually sitting on a 2.4 trillion, no? Trillion na pinag-uusapan na export and import, no? Specific to import requirements, no? So kung gusto mo talagang magbenta na Filipino product, itong apat na country ang i-target mo. One of which is si China, is it's really a big chunk, no, ang kailangan niya, no. Si US medyo bumaba dahil nga dun sa tariff niya. Okay, so lumaki si China. But if you're looking at other countries, Korea at saka si Japan is actually a good one, no? So more or less kung titingnan mo, 823 billion market tong pinapasok natin, no? So malaki itong export and import business. So if you're a VA, maganda ba itong papasukin mo? Good timing ba at this point in time? The answer is yes. Very much. Okay? So these are actually some of the countries that I would say na you must watch out, no? So the real opportunity is not really yung exporting, no? Pero if you are a VA, what you want to actually check is how these countries are now being integrated, no? So one of the good news there is that AI enabled trade services is one of them. Export support kailangan nila. So these countries pretty much requires an export support. Mga VAs na katulad natin, no? So may potential po siya, no? Digital export. So most of them are into digital na. So palit na ng palit yung manual na tinatawag natin, no? So, yung human intervention. So those are the three area that you might want to consider why shifting to international trade VA. So later papakita ko yung rules na and salaries, salary range na potential dito sa industry and sector na to. Again, ang Philippines, ang target niya is around 240 billion. So nasa 80 plus billion pa lang tayo last year. So medyo malayo na. Malayo pa sa target ni presidente natin, no. So he was looking at 240 by 2028. On a positive side, malaki yung opportunity natin. If you're going to dive now at this point in time, 2026, mag-train ka na on the language of trade na tinatawag natin as a VA, then you are in a good momentum. Kumbaga, you can catch up in a way. No? So, I hope I was able to answer yung first question, may opportunity ba sa export? Okay. So pangalawa naman is that how can I help mga exporters, or how can an exporter be an export ready, no? So one of the things that you would consider is that pretty much we have to go to DTI EMB, no, to get help, no. And of course, some of the members in FOPSCO who are into the international trade na. So matutulungan na natin on how we can actually check yung employer mo or the business owners who would want to export their product to other countries, no. So meron nung yesterday, meron na nag-export pero sa isang consolidator. So in a way, kung titignan mo yung free trade agreement privileges or incentives, hindi napupunta doon sa mismong nag-export, but rather napupunta doon sa consolidator. So yun yung negative side doon, no, kung gumagamit ka ng consolidator. So iba pa rin talaga if you really wanted to export, iba pa rin talaga kapag meron kang sariling export ID as a business owner, no. If you wanted to really have a sustainable source of revenue, export is one of the things that you would want to consider, no, putting up into your growth area, which is exporting. Okay. Pangalawa is that we have a tools, no, so we can actually have a different tools from Google, ITC, and WIPO, which we can actually check immediately if we are to, serious enough to go to other countries and protect our IP, ang mga produkto natin, so we can have that, and ano yung mga trends, and ano yung mga potential market. So later, we will be expounding that, no? Ano ba yung mga pwede nating gawin dyan, no? Ano ba yung mga tools na available ngayon sa market, okay? So, of course, at the end of the day, we would want to understand na ano ba yung ginagawa ng isang VA or isang kung yung gustong pumasok sa international business, no? So sabihin na natin na yung mga exporters, ano ba yung mga functions ng isang VA na pwedeng matulungan niya. Ito po, may anim na area which is basically na pwede natin siyang gawin, no? So one of which is yung forecasting and inventory, pangalawa is market entry, pangatlo is logistics optimization, trade risk and analysis, number 5 is customer service and aftermarket support. And lastly is yung global marketing na tinatawag. No? Okay, so let me expand a little bit further, no, para at least maintindihan nyo. Now, I'm wearing a hat of a BA and I wanted to help my employer as an exporter, no, or importer. Okay, so what are the things that I have to, check on myself kung kaya ko ba. One of which is that since there's an AI already that could actually improve yung accuracy ng reporting mo, is one of which is that you might probably want to focus on forecasting and demand. No? So, inventory. So, yan yung kailangan isa sa mga gagawin mo. So, specifically, this is to improve yung forecasting, no, since global. There are so many tools na available internationally that would give you a very straightforward answer to you kung yung produkto mo na yon, what are the possibilities na marami, no? So you can identify distributors who would want to get, partners who would want to distribute your product on those countries, no? So yung dynamic response ng each countries, alam na natin kasi malalaman natin that there are tools that would actually check kung ano ba yung age demographic ng area na yon. So, sino ba yung madalas na bumibili at what age? So, pwede nating i-target sila. So, it really depends on who are you talking to, no? So, marami tayong pwedeng gawin. So, more detailed, granular. Simply because we have already AI to aid our forecasting. Okay? Second is that the market entry selection and strategy. So, syempre, if you're startup exporter, what you want to understand is that yung produkto mo ba, talaga bang maganda doon sa country na yon. So we have tools to identify kung tama yung decision mo. Hanggang were the days na mayroon akong relative sa US at doon ko na lang siya ipapadala. Hindi, wag muna. Tingnan mo muna kung totoo nga ba na yung country na yun kailangan kanila. Kasi syempre, there is a effect on the free trade agreement. No? So you have to check on probably 5 countries, no? Then doon ka magsiselect din. And of course, yung may mga some restrictions nga nila na titignan mo rin, no? But at the end of the day, these are all pretty much an information that you would need to put up a business case to your employer or importer-employer na ito yung mga market na pwede nating pasukin. So, pwedeng single country or pwedeng multi-countries yung kan mo, i-distribute mo ng produkto mo. And so as a VA, ano ba yung ginagawa mo? Of course, you can actually use AI to enable dynamic market selection na. So you can actually check, no? So with the different LLMs, so pag clinic niya yung China, may lalabas na statistics. Pag tinik niya yung US, may lalabas. Japan, may lalabas. Korea, may lalabas. So, kumbaga dynamic talaga yung reporting mo na. So, sa isang employer, medyo makikita niya, may compare niya lahat-lahat yung countries at makakapag-select na siya. So, syempre, one of the things that you have to check is that yung demographic age ng area, no? So, how far are we from that country or them from the Philippines? So, syempre, there's a logistics issue doon, no? So, you have to check then kung how fast the delivery. Ship ba? Through ship? Sea? Ang dadaanan niya or through air, no? So airlift natin yan. So those are the things that you would probably consider it, no? So syempre sa food, mas maganda talaga kapag dinadaan mo sa air, no? Dahil nga sa gusto nating makaiwas na masira yung food along the way kapag gumamit ka ng seaport. Kasi alam naman natin, minsan 30 to 45 days talaga yung biyahe sa along the seaside, no? So okay, using a shipment, no? Okay, so one of the things that advantage mo to is basically meron ka ng predictive analytics na gagawin. So as a VA, these are your value that you would want to understand, no? So these are the roles and responsibilities that you would need to understand, no? Then pangatlo is basically logistics optimization. Okay, so dito makikita mo na magkakaroon ka na ng additional value to them, no? Kasi you're going to use AI to actually enhance yung delivery mo. So what are the things that you might probably want to contribute is yung route optimization, di ba? Yung papunta from here to there, yung predictive maintenance. Those are the things that as a VA, you would probably want to inform the the management and immediate supervisor mo on what are the things that you might want to check, no? Yung predictive maintenance, no? Warehouse automation, those are the things that you would want to improve, no? Delivery time prediction, okay? So you would want to make sure na on time, tsaka just in time yung pag-produce mo ng mga produkto, di ba? So demand forecasting napaka-importante yan. Okay? So pangalawa is yung trade risk analysis, no? So you can actually use AI to actually provide the specific area. What are the risk pattern, no? If you were to put send your product to, say, Pakistan, Ukraine, North Korea, kung talagang gusto mong dalhin yung produkto mo doon. So, these are the things that you would want to identify. What are the red flags, no? So, as a VA, what are the role na potentially na pwede mong gawin at maitulong sa mga exporters or business owners, no? Is basically providing them a real-time risk detection, no? So yung AI na magsasabi sa iyo na at this day nagkaroon ng issue on oil dahil dun sa problema ni US and Iran, so things like that. So ano yung naging additional behavioral pattern ng countries na yon, ano yung mga sanctions na pinagagawa nila. So those are the things that you would want to, to provide information to your employer, which basically as a VA and yung mga exporters, di ba? That those are the information that they really want to know exactly what are the risks for their business. Kasi hindi nila pwedeng i-hold yung production at delivery ng mga products and papunta sa destination country nila, no? Lalo na pag affected yung country na yun. So what are the opportunities sa VA? So these are pretty much to answer yung mga nagkaroon ng redundancy, naapektuhan dahil sa crisis. So this is the potential na pwede mong sabihin na pwede mong explore and mag-upskill ka. Last few days back, I have read an article in Manila Times, no. So ang sinasabi nila na ngayon ay meron ng nauuso ngayon, no, na they're using AI orchestration. So basically, as a employee, you'll put the AI on your device, and then you'll create a specific environment wherein these agents will aid you to process all the necessary information that the business owners would be needing, no. So from a very timely manner and faster manner, no. So as a VA, specializing in AI, meron ka na sabihin na nating tool na magagamit mo, which will aid both of you, no, the owner and you, to actually check the environment. Okay, so ano yung mga top future na trabaho from 2025 to 2023 as a VA? You would want to include in your skill set is yung international trade, and of course yung AI automation. Napaka-importante na idagdag mo yung dalawang skills na yan doon sa current portfolio mo, and definitely magkakaroon ka ng potential. So let me start with the possible 8 potential role na pwede mong hawakan. Yung pinaka-entry level nito is yung AI-assisted international trade virtual assistant na tinatawag nila, no? So, ranging from a part-time to a full-time, you would probably have a salary of a starting salary of 35,000 to 120,000. Again, part-time yan, at saka down to the full-time employment niya, no? So, anong gagawin mo? So, first, using AI, plus yung additional skill set mo on how are you going to help the employer. So you prepare, of course, yung quotation, buyer sourcing, import-export documentation, CRM management, of course, yun importante as a VA, no? So yung shipment coordination as well. So basically, this is your entry point na role, no? And then from the right, going to our left, ito na yung mga additional role na pwede mo rin pasukin. You might probably want to become an AI sales development representative, no? So AI assisted yan, sales development representative. So anong ginagawa mo niyan? Depende sa employer. You can probably take a part-time role sa kanila to a full-time role from 40 to 140,000. So nadagdagan na. In some cases, nagbibigay pa yung mga employer ng commission sa mga sales, kasi alam naman natin sales are driven by baseline salary plus commissions, no? So yun yun. So as a sales naman, ang gagawin mo, of course, buyer prospecting. So kailangan matulungan mo siya na hindi siya mauubusan ng buyer niya at parami ng parami yung kanyang ipuproduce, no? And then of course, kailangan yung appointment setting, follow-up sa mga buyers, and outreach. You can always use AI automation niya. Like I said, no, mapapabilis na ngayon dahil dinagdag mo sa iyong skills is yung AI automation, no? So import and export documentation. Okay, so these are the tools that you would probably want to use, no, to mga area na to. Okay, then you can become a AI powered, no, export marketing specialist, no. So medyo dumadami na yung mga tools na dapat na alam mo, no. So like the Canva, which is meron naman na, ChatGPT, basic na yan, LinkedIn automation, Meta Ads, these are the things as a marketer, no? So ano yung idadagdag mo na skill set mo? Dapat syempre, by default, marunong ka talaga sa SEO, affiliate marketing, distributor and partnership agreement, things like that. So syempre, kailangan matutunan, no, yung mga yan, no? So these are the things that you would probably want to include in your portfolio, no? So skills mo. Okay, international trade and data and dashboard specialist. Mga data analytics na itong mga to. So basically, nakadikit na yan sa mga Power BI, mga ERP, light ERP, ganyan. So medyo iba naman yung mga to, ang talent nila. That's why medyo iba yung sweldo, price range din ng salary range din nila is 55 to 160,000 sa full ka na. So let's move forward, no? So ano pa ba yung apat na potentially? So yung pinaka-ultimate role mo is basically yung expert operations, no, as an automation. So ranging from a 120 to 350,000 a month yung pwede mo makuha niya. Of course, on top of that, dapat alam mo tong mga to. Import and export operations, ERP workflow, shipment, syempre mga automation strategies, mapapabilis, and AI system integration or AGI integration. It really depends on you. No? So, medyo matindi na yung, matindi naman yung I would say compensations na makukuha mo dyan. So, imagine na you're earning from an international client while working from Cavite or Quezon City or Cebu, di ba? So, you're helping each exporters to increase their production, to be efficient, faster, di ba? So, coordination. So, yun yung mga role mo na ini-expect ng mga exporters sa'yo, di ba? So, syempre tanong mo, meron na ba itong gumagawa? So, the good news is that exporters really are into this na talaga. So, one of the companies that they had decided na kunin ako as international trade virtual consultant is itong Amazing. So, itong Amazing is basically operates in the premium tuna, frozen seafood industry sector. So, ang specialty niya is the tuna talaga. So, they have this tuna tocino, tuna tapa, di ba? Tuna sisig. So, health, sabi na natin nasa health sector side siya. No? So, yun ba? Isa sa mga nagre-require ng international trade virtual admin or slash consultant. No? So, locally, there are actually some of our potential na sabihin na natin that requires an AI automation sa startup is basically the CRDA. They are small scale wholesaler, no? So they operate online on e-commerce. So mapapansin mo, they wanted to actually deploy a smart and scalable AI automation. So what I am saying now is that there are companies that have already adapted. So locally pa lang to. Of course, yung sa ibang country, you might want to, check if they want to import or export their product. No? So import from the source country, i-import nila dito sa Philippines, that's importing. Pag tayo naman, from Philippines going to other country, it's exporting. No? So yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Okay, so we also have LDR. So kung titignan mo, AI automation is very much a cross-industry. No? Pag maidagdag mo to sa skills mo, AI automation as a VA, then mas marami kang sector na pwede mong pasukin. No? Kasi kailangan na nila ngayon dyan. Of course, yung mga other companies like a system integrator, si Advanced Solutions Inc., is pretty much into this na, no? So, AI automation. In fact, the whole organization, gusto nila na lahat nun gagamit na ng AI-aided, AI-assisted na lahat ng mga employees nila. So, basically, everyone would be aware on a faster and more efficient way on their business operations, di ba? So, as a VA, paano ba ma-accelerate ang isang tao, no? Kung gusto kong mag-upskill na, paano ako mag-start? So, one of the things that you would want to understand is yung tinatawag na language of love. It pretty much starting from a harmonized systems code. So, lahat ng mga produkto na gustong i-import or i-export, kailangan malaman natin kung ano yung harmonized systems code niya. So yan na yun. Pag once na nalaman mo yung harmonized systems code ng isang produkto, and marunong ka na rin na gamitin yung mga tinatawag na international trade tools, which is one of the napaka-powerful na mga websites that could actually tell you exactly which country demands very high ang demand ng produkto, food, non-food man yan, cosmetic man yan, or electronics yan. Diyan mo makikita sa trade map. No? Yung Global Trade Help Desk naman will actually summarize everything from lahat ng mga formalities na tinatawag, documentation and ESG. So diyan makikita mo lahat ng mga potential partners. Okay. Sa export potential naman diyan is that makikita mo diyan very specific, no? Makita mo kung ano ba yung economics doon sa area na yon, no? So if if you're targeting teenagers doon sa area na yon, so together with Google Market Finder mo, makikita mo, ma-fine tune mo yung yung market, no, kung nandun ba yung market na bibili ng produkto mo. It's so very powerful talaga. So, may challenge to all our members, no, and of course yung mga nanonood ngayon is that the question is no longer if AI will change the trade. It's really there na, ginagamit na talaga. So the question lang now is that as a VA, as a generalist, how do you want to make yourself more valuable, no? So one of the things that I would encourage you is to take a international VA, no? So this one I would want to you to participate yung Ekigay ko, so that are you really into this challenge, no? So yung Ekigay natin, para at least malaman natin kung appropriate ka bang maging employer or employee, di ba? So as a VA, malay mo, di ba? You have a hidden talent pala na maging business owner. Pero if you really wanted to increase your skills and knowledge, you can actually attend to my Kickstart Your ITVC career. And then, of course, ang pinaka-ultimate role natin is to help our exporters and importers, no, in terms of the international trade para mapabilis yung proseso, no? So, hindi lang sa factory itself, di ba? Kasi, syempre, sa factory itself, mga robotics ang nandyan. Eh. Pero yung mga exchanges of legal documents and proper documentations from different countries, so yun kailangan nila talaga ng talent na katulad natin. So, andun yung mga katulad nating tao pa rin ang kailangan dyan. No? So, pretty much yan yung may tutulong ko sa inyo. I'll teach you all the tools, all the skills that you need to actually have para matulungan mo yung importer and exporters. I know some of you are actually serving a foreign customer, di ba? So you might want to ask them, do you want to explore international trade wherein you can actually export? Siyempre galing sa kanila, no? Export your product to the Philippines. Siyempre sa mata naman natin, import ang tawag natin doon, di ba? So you might probably want to have your tito and tita, lola and lolo to be the representative ng employer mo. Di lumaki pa ngayon yung additional revenue mo kasi pwede mo nang ibenta sa Philippines yung produkto ng amo mo, di ba, sa ibang bansa. So again, let me just thank my featured partners. They are si Tone Amazing, si Yarda, si LDR, and Advanced Solutions Inc., who pretty much have adapted, no, looking at the AI automation plus the international trade VA, no, na role na napaka-importante talaga. So isa sa mga strategic na growth plan nila, no. And for the tools, if you wanted to have an immediate take at makita ka agad-agad itong mga tools na sinasabi ko sa kanina, you can scan this, 4 na tools na to, and let me know if you wanted an assistance, and then I'm so much happy that I will help you on it. So sa mga hindi nakakapunta sa ating event yesterday, ito po, salamat po sa ating chairman, si Madam Roche, no, the Ocampo, where they have awarded me the appreciation no, certificate of appreciation. Salamat Miss General Manager Mr. Dean, no. So yun mga yan, may kanya-kanya kaming nag-present kami. So we were able to receive a certificate of appreciation. Of course, there are some invitees na nag-present din. Si John Dave, an agency wherein he presented all about TikTok affiliate marketing potentials, no. So they are actually inviting members of the FOPSCO to become an affiliate marketer, no. So iba yung role na yun, no. So affiliate marketer, para silang sabihin na natin, these are pretty much the bloggers na industry, no. Pero you'll be managed by an agency. So yan, si John Dave, isa sa mga nag-present. And iba talaga yung effect ng mga affiliate marketers. And as a potential exporters, ito, medyo malaking tulong. Kasi imagine mo yung mga portfolio nila, yung mga kliyente ni John Dave are pretty much importers na gustong i-penetrate ang Philippines. At saka, syempre, so, sa sobrang dami ng mga affiliate marketers nationwide, may database si John Dave to actually help those importers to to promote yung product nila nationwide in the Philippines. So yan ang advantage. So sabi ko sa kanya, maganda ring potentials yan sa kabilang side, wherein mga Filipinos naman that would want to talk about the product natin at i-post naman doon sa ibang bansa like Japan, Korea, China, US, di ba? Mga Filipino vloggers, pero doon sa ibang bansa lumalabas yung reels nila. So to convince them, to convince those countries to buy our product. So sabi niya, sagot niya sa akin, yes, it is possible po siya talaga. Okay, so again, thank you for your time. And hopefully, 41 minutes yung aking time, pero sana po may natutunan kayo. Again, you can scan if you want to check my Facebook, no? So you can chat my AI agent, 24/7 po yan. At kung gusto nyong kunin yung kalendaryo ko, at nandyan po rin siya, pwede na po kayong mag-block ng schedule so that we can schedule a one-on-one session or pretty much a discovery call if you are interested on knowing what are the potentials on other countries as being as an international trade BA, no? Or if thinking of upskilling and becoming an ITVC, yan po, nandiyan po sa Facebook, you can always log me. Of course, you can always go to my website ko. Once again, this is Jeremy po. Salamat po sa pakikinig. This is pretty much 42 minutes, no, overall. And again, salamat. Bye-bye.